Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me is Craig Bouchard, Executive Chairman of Ecolution, to discuss the future of electric trucking and shipping. Certainly an interesting topic with all the news in the electric vehicle space. Craig, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Jill, thank you very much. It's an honor. I've rung the opening bell twice and two of the greatest days of my life. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And I agree with you. Every time you do an opening and closing bell, the experience is just awesome every single time. Let's talk about getting to net zero carbon emissions. It's a focus of President-elect Biden. How feasible is this, and what will it take from major companies and individuals to get us there?
Well, first, here's the good news, Jill. It's possible, and by 2050. And when I say that, until recently, people around the world have been saying impossible to these goals. But we've learned, particularly in this past year, that the world can really move to make action if it takes the right steps. So the goal of 2050 net zero carbon emissions is possible, but difficult. But can we do it? Yes. And I could expand on that simply by saying a couple of things. You can't leave it up to the diplomats and the politicians around the world to reach these goals. It's up to the business leaders to take leadership and make things happen. If the business leaders don't get behind this, both in America and in other, particularly the developed countries, of course, but if the business leaders don't make it happen, it's not going to happen. So we have to jump in there and do this. Is it possible? Yes, but not if we don't do it together.
Yeah, it is interesting to see how corporate America and global corporations are really taking the lead when it comes to items such as this. So that is interesting to hear coming from the electric vehicle side as well. What was the impetus for launching Ecolution and its mission of getting the commercial transportation sector to net zero carbon emissions?
Sure. So the transportation sector is responsible for about 20% of carbon emissions in this country and in the other major countries in the world. So if we don't do it, nobody's going to do it, right? And so Ecolution was founded to create a scalable source of clean energy, one that could, in fact, equate to the other big renewables, wind, solar, in terms of its importance in scaling up in the world. And what we're after is capturing wasted energy in the transportation sector in truck trailers, trains, and subway cars. By doing that, we can create a bigger source of energy than solar and wind combined if it's done on scale. So this is quite incredible.
Right? How does the Ecolution technology address the issues that have been caused by reefer trucks?
Sure. So the reefer business, which is for your audience, reefers are refrigerated trailers and refrigerated containers and trains that carry food and medicine to their destinations. And other things, but their principal distribution of food and medicine. And it's one of the dirtiest industries on the globe. And why do I say that? You've got a diesel truck dragging a trailer that's refrigerated. The diesel truck has a very large diesel gas engine in it, burning diesel fuel, very highly contaminant, 24/7. And in the trailer itself, there's a separate diesel fuel tank, 50 to 150 gallons in size, burning at the same time as the truck diesel fuel tank. And so our technology takes away the diesel fuel tank and the generator set in the trailer, replaces it with an electric generation that comes from our technology. And if we combine our clean tech refrigerated trailer with an electric truck, which is now possible really for the first time, you turn the dirtiest industry in the world in terms of burning diesel fuel into net zero carbon. So we're an example of where the world needs to go here. People have to invest in these technologies and make them happen. And you've got to put scientists together with entrepreneurs as the foundation for it all.
Is this something that needs to be addressed just in the United States, or are other countries facing these challenges as well?
Yeah, everywhere, Jill. So in Europe, there's reefers on the road in every country in the world delivering food, in Europe, in Asia, in Africa, everywhere. And it's even a little bit worse than I described. Let's take America, for instance. So a refrigerated truck and trailer pull up to a Walmart or a Costco or a Target or a Kroger or a Publix. and they're delivering food. They sit in the parking lot and burn fuel while they're waiting for the receiving manager to allow the food into the store. But all the stores in the grocery chains, including those big companies, have been designed lean, meaning with smaller cold storage spaces than required to house the food. So the reefer will sit in a parking lot for 2 hours to 2 days burning fuel before there's enough space in the store to bring the food in. That happens all over the world. It's exactly the same. So this is a global problem. We should take the leadership in fixing it literally right now.
And to wrap up, what are the next steps in getting Ecolutions technology into the market?
Well, so we've begun a prototyping process now. We've done the engineering. The engineering has proved out sound. We're able to, in a refrigerated trailer, produce more electricity completely clean than the existing systems. In a train car, we can produce in a 24-hour period up to 5 megawatt hours. That's a gigantic amount of electricity. Take 1,000 train cars doing that in the United States or around the world, it's as much power as a 500 megawatt power plant. So the next steps are to finish our prototyping in the United States, in Japan, in China, and in Africa, where we're in discussions. And then we go to market. I'm hoping to be to market in 2023. So we've got to spend money, which we're doing, and we've got a great engineering partner, one of the biggest engineering firms in the United States helping us. And we've got to work hard, and we've got to go fast. That's our path.
All right, Craig, well, we look forward to having you back for future updates. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks, and thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Yeah, thank you.